My name is Mackie, and welcome back to another edition of 60 Super Bowls in 60 Days. We are in Reliance Stadium in Houston, Texas. On the first day of February 2004, it is Super Bowl 38 between the Carolina Panthers and the New England Patriots. Yes, Akeem, the Carolina Panthers are in the Super Bowl. I think it's pretty much a long time since the Carolina Panthers had ever made their first Super Bowl. In fact, this is probably their first Super Bowl ever. It is. And they got like Steve Smith Jr. relying on the quarterbacks. Okay, that's brilliant. And Jake Dahlhammer is the quarterback, and Deshaun Foster and Stephen Davis and Mushin Mohammed. Okay, and they beat the Rams to make there. They beat the Rams and make it there. All right, cool, amazing. And it's amazing the fact that this game even exists at all. It did exist, of course, but this Super Bowl was weird. Define, but to define weirdness, it's to like explain to you even further. So let's just go through the stats and then I'll tell you how weird the Super Bowl is. Jake Dahlhammer made 16 of 33 for 323 yards and 3 touchdowns. Brady, as an MVP of the Super Bowl, also had 3 touchdowns, 32 of 48, 354 yards, but with an interception and a fumble lost. So there's that. For the Russians, Stephen Davis, 13 of 49 for 303.77 yards. Deshaun Foster's 3 catches for 43 yards, 14.33 a pop, and a touchdown. Antoine Smith, 26 rushes, 83 yards, 3.19 a pop, and a touchdown. I was supposed to say Deshaun Foster, 3 rushes for 23 yards. My mistake. Kevin Falk, the brother of Marshall Falk. Yes, I was lost in thought. Kevin Falk, Marshall Falk's brother, confused with the family names, damn it. 6 rushes for 42 yards and 7 a pop. So there's that. Mushin Mohammed for the receivers in Carolina. 4 catches for 140 yards, 35 a pop, and a touchdown. Ricky Porrell, 7 catches for 71 yards and 17.75 a pop and a touchdown. Steve Smith Sr., I mentioned him, Hall of Famer. 4 catches for 80 yards and 20 a pop. Deion Branch, 10 catches for 143 yards and 14.3 a pop and a touchdown. David Givens, 5 catches for 69 yards and 13.8 a pop and a touchdown. Troy Brown, 8 catches for 76 yards and 9.5 a pop. Daniel Graham, 4 catches for 46 yards and 11.5 a pop. And Kevin Falk, 4 catches for 19 yards and 4.75 a pop. And those are mostly New England receivers. Like Deion Branch, okay, notable name, but David Givens, Troy Brown, Daniel Graham, and Kevin Falk. All right, that's the Patriots for you guys. The defense is a different story. Reggie Howard, interception and 6 tackles. Dan Morgan, 18 tackles. Mike Minter, 14 tackles. Will Witherspoon, 13 tackles. Rick Manning and Alden Wallace, 6 tackles. Deion Grant, Shane Burton, 5 tackles. Preston Buckner, Greg Favors, Chris Jenkins with 3 tackles. Terry Cousins with 7 tackles. For the New England side, Mike Vrabel, 2 sacks, 6 tackles. Ronnie Harrison and Willie McGinnis with a sack. Both have 13 tackles each. Ty Law and Roman Pfeiffer, 5 tackles. Teddy Bruschi and Bobby Hamilton, 4 tackles. Tyron Poole, 3 tackles. Richard Seymour, 2 tackles on fumble recovery. And Matt Chapman, 2 tackles. The kicking and special teams, Jason Casey, 2 for 2 PATs and 1 for 1 field goals. Adam Vinatieri with a 3 for 3 in PATs and only made 1 field goal out of 3. I know, weird, right? But he made the 41-game winner to give the Patriots another Super Bowl, so there's that. Total yards, Carolina 295 to Patriots 354, and only 1 turnover each. Now, why was the Super Bowl weird, but good at the same time, and pretty much forgotten by many people? Well, you look at a score of 29-32. It was 61 points. Pretty much an easy and over for so many people. I never mentioned where the points come from. So, the Super Bowl goes like this. No points in the first quarter. All the points in the second quarter. Oh my God, what a game. Woo, great. Halftime. No points in the third quarter. All right, okay. All the points in the fourth quarter. Yes, all right. Woo, what a game, what a thriller. See what I mean? There were all the points in the second and fourth quarter. In fact, they have more points in the fourth quarter than any other Super Bowl we have ever. And, and, do not even forget about the halftime show. Like, this is the second time I'm going to mention a halftime show. The last time I did it was the last time the Patriots won the Super Bowl and won. The whole U2 Super Bowl in which they were honoring the members of 9/11 and all kind of stuff. And that was cool and all and memorable and all kind of stuff. This Super Bowl halftime show was memorable for even the weirdest reasons. Now, I'm not going to go through all that details, but let's just say if you have kids under the age of, let's say, 13 or such, please, for the love of God, do not type in Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake's Super Bowl 38 halftime show. It will scar you for life. And pretty much said about parents about, you know, that part of the area in which, like, your kids are not supposed to talk about until they're adults. I'm just saying, I'm just going to warn all the parents right now. If you have children, please, please do not allow your children to search for that Super Bowl halftime show. It will scar them for life. It will literally scar them from life. That's all I have to say. Just all I have to say for that one. So the Patriots won another Super Bowl, the second in 3 years, and right now you're seeing a little bit of a dynasty going on. Like you see the Cowboys and Steelers and all, of course, the 49ers a couple of years ago, and the Cowboys. They won 2 of the 3 Super Bowls, and if it wasn't for like the bad thing that happened the following year, of course, they could have just won all 3 Super Bowls. But that's not how things work in the NFL and all kind of stuff with roster changes and cap space and all this kind of stuff. So it is what it is. 2 Super Bowls in 3 years, not bad. The question is, will they make it 3 out of 4? And that's a big question. And also, here's an advice to all the kickers out there. Please do not kick the ball out of the end zone. In fact, do not kick the ball in the sidelines when the game is on the line. Saturday, that was Jason Casey did that after Carolina scored a touchdown that was supposed to take the lead or tie the game by you, and he did that. Brady run down the field like he did in Super Bowl 36, walk down the field, win the game, and that is that. So all the kickers out there, please kick the ball in the end zone or trying to do it in one of the designated areas. That's all I have to say. That's your little PSA for all the kickers out there. And if you're a Carolina football fan, this is not the first time and the last time you get to be in the Super Bowl, but it will be like more embarrassing than this. This one was weird, Carolina, but not as embarrassing as the next one I'll show you. But that'll be for a long time to come. A long time. So anyways, thank you all for watching the Super Bowl. Like, comment, subscribe, and all kinds of stuff. We will see you tomorrow for Super Bowl 39. And I'll catch you on the other side.